Hi everybody, my name is Ferdinand Mehlinger and thank you for stopping by. Let's go ahead and dig into this whole digital marketing definition. It seems to have taken the world by storm. I'd say within the last year to 2 years, a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of positions are being created just off of this term digital marketing or digital marketer. Now, what makes me qualified to talk about digital marketing and why should you listen to me? Well, from 96 to 99, I worked for Google and I helped program and code the original algorithms that they still use to this day. They've changed a bit, of course, because you can add to an algorithm and kind of branch out, but the original foundation is still the same. So the way that I look at how rankings take place is a little bit different than how the majority of digital marketers look at how ranking takes place, or SEO experts of how they look at it. What I did was a little experiment over the last 2 to 3 months. I decided to put a resume out there for a digital marketing senior VP of digital marketing, VP of digital marketing manager. I literally just saturated the market with my resume to see what this experience would be like. But the one that was the most interesting to me was it's an industry that everybody uses. It's a site that everybody uses every single day. You buy from it every single day and it ships to you every single day. The interesting part about this is their vice president of digital marketing didn't even ask the correct questions of how you would go about using digital marketing in a correct way for their business and their product. This was a select venue from this major corporation, but the person that's running it didn't even understand that digital marketing is made up of so many different components, and they focused literally on 1 to 2 things that really didn't have anything to do with the digital marketing strategy. So what I'm trying to do is clear the air today. Even if you own one of these large companies and by chance you somehow stumbled upon this video, let's look at what digital marketing is. Now, digital marketing is just communicating with the masses about what your brand is and how it communicates to the masses and what your product or what your service does. It's pretty simple. Now, the way that's set up is very different. We can boil this down to looking at the measurements of your images on your social media covers, or we could boil it down to the actual code that's being programmed on how you're communicating your message with the world. There's so many different factors to this that, what I'm seeing is nobody's even paying attention to this. They're just throwing this word out there and this term out there, digital marketing this and digital marketing that, not even understanding the definition behind it and what goes into it. So you have your social properties, correct? Those are your Facebook, your Google, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Pinterest, anything that has to do with a social profile. And then the next step is you have blogs, which is going to have your content, which you can also put on your website. So your website that is boiled down into web pages. I'm trying to make this kind of simple, but your site is boiled down into web pages. The web pages are what rank. Your content on those pages needs to be delivered to the spiders in a certain way for them to kind of push you up in the search engines. And bring back the message to the servers and to the nodes and saying, hey, this is a great site, I love it, great content, the image, the load time, everything is wonderful, the site map shows me everything it has on it. So there's a number of things that goes into that aspect too. It's another thing that this person at this top level of the company I was talking about didn't even ask, didn't even know. How do you get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or 150, 120, whatever it is? How do you get paid that and not even ask these questions? Like, how did you get that position? So now if you have a product or a service that is image related and delivers that message through an image, you need to make sure that that is delivered to the search engines in the proper way so that it's going to be found quicker than your competitors. Now there's a way to do that, and there's a way to set that up, not just when you load it to the site, but also when you're saving the image. Now, the next thing that you need to consider is video. Video is huge. Not only that, but having a video sitemap on your site or sites. So you need to make sure that the video is stunning, that it's capturing, that it's going to communicate your message. and it's short enough so that it's not taking too long and taking too much of people's time. Now, the next thing that I would probably say that you would need to really focus on with your digital marketing stack is communicating to your customers or your consumers or your clients. And how do you do that? You can do that by email. Yes, of course, you need to have an email marketing campaign and you need to have your autoresponders set up. But there's also a way of doing that through communicating through social channels. It's pretty new, but it's a way that you can communicate literally on the spot, because a lot of people are on their phone and they're talking through Messenger all the time. So that's another way that you can incorporate that into your social marketing of your digital marketing campaign. Now, the next step that I think that's pretty important that you should include in your business on a daily basis is reviews. A lot of people understand this, but too many people don't. I run into clients every single day that they just don't understand how powerful reviews are, and it's not that hard to ask your clients or your customers for a review or incorporate it into your checkout process. So that's another aspect that I would say is huge. You need to incorporate landing pages, multiple landing pages, so you can split test. Now, these are what you call your A and B split testing, or your A, B, and whatever you want to call them. You need to split test on numerous pages to see how your colors are working, how your communication is working, where the buttons are going, how people, and not only that, I'm sorry that I'm speaking so fast, but this is something that excites me. I love digital marketing. It's something that just kind of lives inside of me. But not only that, but you can also install heat maps on your page. So that way you can actually see where people are going, and it can kind of give you a graphic detail and map of where they went, what they like, what they don't like, what's cold and what's hot. So that's really a really cool way of looking at things if you don't really like digging down into the analytics, which leads me to the next step. So the next step is analytics. You have to incorporate analytics into your digital marketing plan or your digital marketing campaign. There's no way that you can be successful if you don't. The analytics are kind of like your treasure map. They'll tell you where not to go when you're getting cold, when you're getting hot. And if you use them the right way, they actually pay off in the end. So it's not a big deal to dig down and really, spend some time looking at your analytics and getting to know them. I mean, it's a robust system, whether you're looking at Google Analytics or you're looking at Facebook Analytics. But you need to dig down into it and see what it really, and Bing, I should probably bring up Bing, but who uses Bing? So let's not even go there. Now, the next step that I think people are not incorporating enough is citations. Citations are huge for your business and huge for your rankings. Citations, if you don't know what they are your name, your address, and your phone number. That's basically your business. So your business name, address, and phone number. Make sure they match across the board for all citations. Now, citations are super pages, yellow pages, white pages, anything where your name, address, your business name, address, and phone number is going to show up. Yelp is a big one. So make sure that you have as many citations as possible and make sure that they match. Now, the next thing I'd like to talk about is blogs. I think a lot of people have dropped out of using blogs. They're not using them as much, or they're not using them as effectively. Blogs are your content, and this is what's going to make your page on your site rank, because this has your keywords. And setting up those blogs needs to have a certain amount of keyword density, and you need to have your H1 tags in place and your metas put in place. That leads you right into search engine optimization, because you're trying to optimize that page to be found for your client or your customer or your consumer, whatever it may be. You're trying to optimize it so they can find you, correct? Now, I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, because I know time is valuable, and I really appreciate you watching this video. Hopefully I was able to clear up a little bit more of what digital marketing is and how it can help your business, or at least give you a better understanding or explanation of what digital marketing is. Now, there are different strategies that you can use with digital marketing, but that's another video I have to go into that's more lengthy, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So again, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful day.